No intro this week, guys. Dan, you fucking lied to me. You fucking lied to me.
What? Whoa.
Last week we were talking about shrimp, right? And I brought up that I like the shrimp that can punch.
Oh,
And you brought up.
Okay, wait. Okay,
Let me finish. You brought up pistol shrimp, right?
listen. Okay,
Bring up the first comment. I think he was talking about mantis shrimp, but everyone just knew pistol shrimp. They don't even punch stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made a severe and continuous lapse in my crustacean knowledge.
It's unacceptable, Dan.
I didn't want to have to make this video. I was talking about a pistol shrimp, but what you were talking about was a mantis shrimp. A mantis shrimp is the one that punches. A pistol shrimp is the one that snaps its claw shut.
I don't think you know enough yet. Shell, bring up the second comment.
So this is my...
All right. So thanks to our loyal fan Kenneth here, we have a little lesson for you on what type of shrimp they are. Shrimp are small crustaceans that live in the ocean and taste like chicken. There are a wide range of different species, like the ones they talked about, pistol shrimp, which was wrong. But have you ever heard about peacock mantis shrimp, which is what you should have said last week? Oh. But now the beef is squashed. It's okay.
The beef is... Was that actually... I saw the other one. The first one. Was that other one actually a comment on... Yeah. It was. Well, hey, you know what? All that means is that... Well, what is that? I forgot who was the first person who said it. There's probably been a million. But once you have haters, you made it.
I mean, hey, you know...
Even though he wasn't hating, he was just a guy who...
Well, he was hating on you.
He was just respectfully... He was respectfully correcting me. I can admire that because I was wrong. I can admit I was wrong about which crustacean about the self-defense of crustaceans.
You're wrong, Dan. You've pissed me off with this.
You see, now it's out of my hands. Now you got to deal with George.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out, dude.
All right, George, read me the riot act.
Well, for the viewers who don't know, I'm a shrimp enthusiast. Okay? Now, Dan, not knowing that shrimp, it hurts deeply. Just thought you should know that.
I like to imagine that you were like actually watching that last week, and when I
was at a bar watching it.
Yeah, oh, you were at a bar? Oh, my God. You probably, like, broke a fucking glass over somebody's head. Oh, no, Roadhog fell.
No! Well, guys, Roadhog has sadly passed away. He will no longer be featured on any episode of the show. We are so sorry.
Well, he's out of Overwatch now. Sorry,
guys. They took him out of the game.
And it's looking like this is probably going to be my last time on the show, too, so...
Yeah.
I just got to see you out back after this.
Not by my own devices, but by the fact that I check the Amber Alerts tomorrow. check the papers.
If you guys see on the news that something went wrong with him, you don't know what happened. Nothing.
Local fucking fraud gets the wrong shrimp fraud on podcast.
How are you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? What's going on in your lives?
Well, I just finished my fall semester, my second year of college.
Hey, good job. Congrats.
Finally finished 6 classes, crazy. And you know, this year I'm pretty proud of what I made this year. I actually have a little fun piece to show you guys. I call it Solitude. It's from my digital painting class.
Yeah.
It is. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Nice.
I spent 3 weeks on it. Very fun, very nice. It's a little sad Luigi.
I was going to say this is
Yeah, and I based it off the style of concept art from the Mario movie, and it's really fun and cute. So
is that actual obviously I know that isn't the concept art specifically, but it was like there was art based on that for.
Yeah, there was like the concept art. There's like the diner scene in the beginning of the movie, if you remember.
Yes.
And at the end when he gets launched in.
Yeah, exactly. The concept art is like this cute like storybook style. So I was like, oh, this is so different from the movie. So I wanted to like do it. And I thought it was fun.
That's sick. That's cool.
So that's pretty much it. And I mean, I don't have any fun like Grand Central stories like I did when I first came onto the podcast, but I was saying something that was really funny to like me. When you go to art school, and especially in New York City, people like tend to smell really bad.
I think that's just a city thing. I don't think the art school matters.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
Art
just
school matters.
art school
matters.
It matters
it?
in a way because
Art
like
school matters.
New York City smell. If anyone has smelled New York City, I think personally it smells like piss.
It smells like a conglomerate of a lot of
Yeah,
piss,
odors.
shit,
Piss,
garbage,
shit,
garbage.
Yeah.
more
It's
garbage,
a mix
more
of every
piss.
bad smell.
piss, garbage, sewage.
Yeah, so
all
It's a
of the above.
cocktail.
Yeah, but art school specifically, no matter where you go, I'm sure Shell can agree, smells like sweat. Pure,
know what? That-
unadulterated sweat.
that makes sense.
I have never smelt like worse stenches
Oh.
than those coming from people at my art school, my now alma mater, I guess. But even like people that I knew that I don't know anymore is all I'll say on that, had like the worst possible smell of like rotting flesh mixed with like a little old fish.
Did you go with zombies?
Yeah, go to zombie school.
And it's not even because like no one showered. Like the trope is like, oh, art students are so smelly they don't shower because they're always in the studio painting. No, everyone
No, they just
showers.
have poor hygiene.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
everyone
it.
just has. It's, sometimes art school is gross. It's not for the weak.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've told me about some of the projects that like you've seen in your
Oh,
like
God,
career,
don't even
that,
get
and,
me on
and
that.
I understand from.
I'm not gonna
from what I've
dox any of my past classmates.
Yeah, I'm
on
like, I hope
the
you guys
live
haven't told
podcast,
too
but
many of your classmates about this podcast.
I've seen and smelt and some crazy, crazy things.
That being said, tell everyone you know about the podcast. All your friends, all your family, everyone watching right now.
True.
We need
if
as
they're-
many viewers as we can get.
even if they're smelly, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta tell.
yeah,
them.
we don't discriminate against smelly people.
We can't tell here either.
Yeah. Until
Right,
until
yeah,
our
'cause we
first
don't have
live show.
smell-o-vision.
Until our first live show, we don't discriminate against smelly people. Once we hit our first live show, I'm
We'll
sorry,
make
you
sure
gotta
the
go.
venue is
Yeah.
passing out deodorant samples. You know that little
The
like,
little airline ones.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the little like 2-ounce like travel size like Old Spice.
Yeah. Look under your chair.
You'll find taped to your chair a free sample of deodorant. Fucking use it. Fucking use it.
And then you say that, and then like after the event's over, like you go through the whole venue and see how many are still under there.
We actually took a picture of the entire audience. We have all of your faces, and we know if you didn't take it. And you
Oh my
will
God,
be,
yeah.
you will be blocked on all socials. You will be reported to the authorities.
Arrested for the crime of smelling like shit.
That should be a crime, honestly. Anyway, but yeah.
University of Hartford would have its own police force if that was a thing.
Oh my god, I can't.
And
even
evidently, the
imagine.
School of Visual Arts.
Yeah, I mean it's not that bad. It's Hartford, but it just smells like sweat and cigarettes. To be honest,
was about to
that's
say-
really
What,
it.
Hartford? Yeah. Because
That-
that's all that happens there. All we do is sweat and smoke cigarettes, and then, like, late at night, it'll smell like beer.
And eat hot chip.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a movie from like the 80s. That sounds like any movie from the 80s, what you just described.
No,
It was.
literally.
My
Yeah.
school was literally like we were still in the 80s because all of the professors that went there in the 80s taught there when I went
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
So like we had like Nick just commented, we had like 30 racks of beer in the sculpture studios. We had like I think there was like 2 cases of Red Bull in my studio. There was a lot there was always a lot happening, and it was not really all correct or ethical.
I mean, hey,
But that's art school, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything goes in art school at this point. Just whatever happens, happens. Doesn't have to be ethical or not. It just happens.
Dan, I heard something
Yeah,
happened recently
so
to you that
In response to the simple question of how you doing today, well, you know what? I'm surprisingly doing a lot better than I could have been.
okay.
Because I didn't really. There was really no reason why I didn't tell most people. I just didn't. It just never came up. But about a month ago, I got a fucking speeding ticket, and I had to go to. I had to appear in court.
Wait, actually, like, you didn't wait.
Yes.
Like, wait,
I had to
hold,
go.
yeah,
to,
okay, explain.
I had to go to
Explain.
traffic court. So it's not like court, you know, where it's like you see in the movies, the judge is like a powdered wig,
Yeah,
and
I
he's
was
like,
gonna say.
guilty.
I was gonna say
You
that
know?
would have been sick if you were there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. So basically, it's like it's almost like a DMV, which is kind of funny. You go in, they scan your ID. I don't even know how much I can disclose. I won't disclose the details of my, my stuff.
That
but
makes
the place
sense.
itself, that should be fine. You go in, they scan your ID, they take your name, you sit down. It's basically just a row of windows at the front, and there's you sit down in rows, and they call your name. You wait for your name to be called. But it's funny because instead of going up to talk to a DMV associate who you're going to renew your license, eye test, whatever the fuck, all that kind of bullshit they do. Who you're talking to at the window is a persecutor. You're waiting to talk to a persecutor. So basically, you just go up. It's actually a relatively simple process. Basically, depending on, it can be simple depending on what the violation was, which in my case, it was a speeding ticket. That was just, the speed limit was not specified. The officer who gave me the ticket could have absolutely fucked me 6 ways from Sunday if she did decide to put the speed on the ticket, but she cut me some slack because it was around Thanksgiving and the holidays, and she just put excessive speed, which is what you want.
Yeah.
So basically, I go up to the guy at the window. I wait maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I go up to the window. I swear to God, I don't even think the guy looked at me. I was up there for 10 seconds. Because they scan your ID, so they
already know that you're
know
there.
who you
They're
are.
expecting
They
you.
know what you did when you get up there. So I go up there. I have my ticket ready. I'm ready to show it to him and talk about it, whatever. And he's like,
explain yourself.
literally, he's just looking at his shit. I don't even think he fucking looked up. The whole time he was like, "All right, so you got a 3-point speeding ticket. I can reduce that to a no-point jaywalking. You want me to do that?" I was like, "Yeah,
I guess. Sure.
And he goes, "Okay, you just gotta wait for the judge. She's gotta approve it." All right, next. All right.
Did you see the judge at all, or is he just
Yeah.
okay?
So then, about 10, 15 minutes later, they were calling people into the hearing rooms in groups of 5. So it was me, and I was the 4th one out of 5th. And it's literally, you go in, the hearing room is not too much bigger than this studio that we're in right now. It was literally just 5 chairs, a wall, the judge at his desk, stenographer here, lady on a computer here. Literally, he called us up one by one. Each person was up there for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The first guy who got called up had 4 speeding tickets, and the guy was the judge was like, "You're going to lose your license, right?" And then when I got up there, he literally
Said the same thing to you.
I go up there, it's another 15 seconds. He was like, "All right, so you had it," and it was all in number codes. It's you got 1156E. I'm going to reduce that to an 1142B.
Whatever you say, man.
It's this is the fine. You're going to go pay it and be safe. Merry Christmas. I was like, "Okay, thanks." So
What?
could have been a lot worse. They did not give me the points on my license.
I was about to
That's
say.
nice. Yeah.
That's
So-
big. That's
Thank you. So
he calls you up, and then there's immediately 2 cops walk into the room. It's all right, sir, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to come with us.
it's you see that video recently of the guy who he got out of prison, and when he was walking out of the jail, they pranked him by putting cops right by the door.
Oh wait, yes,
They,
you
they,
didn't see
they
this.
were pretending that they were going to arrest him again. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
That's fucked up.
I mean, adding on, Dan, though, even if you did get a few points, you could take the defensive driving course in New York once every few years, and it'll take, I think, up to 3 points or 5 points.
I think it's something
off.
like
I think
that.
it's
Oh,
like
really?
3
Yeah.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just take off when you do it.
Yeah, having not getting the points is great because obviously, but even more so because a few months ago I had to get I got a fucking school bus camera ticket because they fucking
damn.
have those now.
Yeah.
that's. Oof.
For passing a stopped school bus, I get it. You want to know where I was? On the other side of the fucking road, going the other way.
Yeah, they don't care anymore.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
both sides have
Technically,
to
you're
stop.
still supposed to stop, but it's what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I know.
It's like $1 million.
And that's 5
ticket.
points. That's
Yeah.
5 points
Yeah.
on your license.
So what happened? Did they not
Damn.
for this ticket that you're just talking about? Did they not let you just pay it off right away? Was
Yeah,
it,
I just had to go to the clerk on the in the
I
waiting
mean,
room.
when you got the ticket, did they?
No,
they didn't
it
let you
was-
pay it off right away.
No, it was a mandatory appearance for
Damn.
the ticket that I got.
I was gonna say a lot
But-
of speeding tickets are that way, and
Yeah.
anything more than a parking ticket, pretty much,
Yeah.
turns into you just have to show up for a hearing.
Yeah.
It's never long. I've
No.
had similar cases with me and family that it's literally you're never in there for more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes total.
Yeah.
I mean, my only ever ticket was a parking ticket, so I was able to just like, go to the.
You could
fucking
literally pay
town
that
hall.
off at the town
Yeah,
hall.
literally.
Yeah.
I just had to go there the next day. And
Well, now the
Yeah.
parking can be done online.
really?
Yeah, I was gonna say my first parking ticket I got in high school, and it was I had an option to pay online. I just go to a website and put in a code, and it literally lets me put everything in there.
Wow.
How about that?
I was able to pay the bus off online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I know that like when you had to go get your because he doesn't drive.
Hey.
But when you had to go get your,
Yeah, I guess.
that's immediately throw you under the bus, no pun intended. Well, I'm just saying because like
They'll get you on the camera
like
if you do
you
that.
had to go through that too because you had to get your New York State government ID. You had to wait at the DMV. That fucking shit sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does
Like
suck.
it's like every stereotype I've ever heard about the DMV and people who work at the DMV is completely true.
Yeah,
They're all miserable. They're all slow as shit.
It's the Family Guy bit of the DMV. Just boils it down perfectly. To,
Yeah.
if
What
you've
was
ever
it
seen
again? It's like-
it's just like because it's just a guy at the counter at the DMV, but like the way that they just describe it is so I'll show it to you after this. But
Yeah.
I mean, the DMV got also better with time. I mean, I know now you can put in an appointment, and it's like you're in within a half hour,
Oh, that's a good
20
release.
minutes. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the clerks at the desk are still the same.
Yeah, they're
so
still just evil people.
They might still. Quick story. When we first moved from Jersey to here, to New York, what happened was we had to transfer our cars because they were all Jersey plates. Our family went back and forth for like a month, and we needed like an extra 10 different forms filled out. And by the end, we got someone who knew what they were doing. Like, you didn't need any of that. You were good with what you brought the first time.
That is
Yeah.
that's really funny, and that probably would have like had me feral.
Yeah.
I would have been so fucking pissed
My
off.
family was not happy.
I'm sure that sounds like. Oh my god.
But like, but hey, you know what? I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. Fucking, it can be Christmas again.
Yeah.
And I can worry about more important shit like seeing the Sonic movie tomorrow.
That's
Oh,
that
cool.
comes out tomorrow.
I forgot about that
Tomorrow.
movie.
Shouts that out.
We gotta
Yeah.
get tickets for that. We
I
gotta.
Okay.
already got tickets for tomorrow, so even opening day. So
Nice.
Yeah,
excited.
That's
we're
sick.
we're going tomorrow because it's. You want to hear something else crazy?
What?
It is our 4-year anniversary tomorrow.
No fuck.
Yeah,
damn.
4
Yes.
years. 4 years.
4
dude.
years.
Oh my
And the
god.
Sonic movie came out exact
And it's
day.
coming out on our
That's sick.
anniversary.
That's-
it's like they knew.
That's
meant
yeah.
to be.
That's fun.
You even got the little guy right there.
Exactly. Shouts out to Sonic. You
Shouts
know,
out.
he needs all the help he can get.
Shout out to the Sonic movie. Thank you for sponsoring this episode because they definitely
our
are.
Not sponsored by Sonic.
first two big sponsors, the Sonic movie 3 and The Hang.
Yes. Also, shouts out to. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but shouts out to them. They're.
Is it not The Hang?
I don't know, dude.
It's almost definitely not pronounced
I
that
was about
way.
to say. It's,
Oh,
It probably isn't. And also, we're not sponsored by them.
Maybe soon. Maybe one day.
One man can dream.
The Game Awards wrapped up. I know we were talking about that
That's true.
a few episodes
we were.
previous.
Yeah.
Elden Ring didn't win, sadly, which
God.
I mean, like I said, I didn't really care either way. It would have been nice to see it win, but also I think it's cool that Astrobot won. Have you played it? I don't know. I know you've seen it. I don't know if you've like.
Yeah, I've only seen a little bit of it. I would love to play it, but like, I think it deserved to win.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
do.
like,
I played the first few hours of it at Vinny's house because I still don't have a PS5.
Same.
But I'm planning on
Hopefully
buying
buying
myself
one.
one after Christmas.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, no, I think it deserved. Because like the DLC with the Elden Ring, it's like the whole thing we were talking about before. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like it really like as much as Elden Ring is great, it's just that it needed its own
Yeah, it
like,
didn't.
separate thing.
Now that it's over, I can fully admit that it really didn't make sense for it to be in the running for Game of the Year. I also didn't really have any like game that I was really rooting for this year. Like last year, I had Baldur's Gate 3 that I was
Yes.
rooting for, and
Yeah.
that won like
Okay.
everything. So
Did Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year last year?
yes,
Yeah.
It won like everything almost.
and they
right?
also won best ongoing or best community support this year. One of the two.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember which.
Yeah.
But they won. They won again this year. They got their run back. So
Yeah, but so many people were mad about Astrobot.
Yeah.
So many people.
I normally I don't like being this guy, but like the fact that people were so mad about Astrobot winning, I thought was really funny.
no, it
Yeah.
is
So funny.
really, especially because this time of year, because the same thing that happened again last year with Baldur's Gate 3, all the Spider-Man fans were
Yeah.
so mad that Spider-Man 2 didn't win, which, like,
Yeah.
guys, like, it was good, but I don't think it really deserved it anyways.
No,
Even
it
if Baldur's
didn't.
Gate 3 wasn't in the running.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think it was gonna win
like,
anyways.
like, I do think it's funny though that considering what all the other nominees were, and Astrobot was like the meme picture of like the dog with the
Yeah.
the, the pinwheel hat and like the lollipop, and it's like, you know, what were the other nominees? Elden Ring,
Elden
the
Ring.
Elden Ring game speaks for itself. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Yes.
and like the
Yeah.
Wukong game.
Black Myth
all
Wukong,
these like
Balatro.
gorgeous, all these like gorgeous, like sophisticated video games that probably took like 7 years to make, getting beat out by like this little astrobot, like puny little like, you know, like robot 3D platformer. I love that though. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's
Yeah.
sick.
I mean, hey,
That's-
that means people voted for it.
yeah,
so-
literally.
I think the fact that it was a smaller game compared to the other nominees only bolstered its like justification for winning.
Yeah,
Was because
it stood out so much.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for a smaller game like that to be even considered at that point,
Right.
was such an accomplishment that I think a lot of people just were like, it has to win.
Right,
And
yeah.
dude, even fucking Balatro, like an indie game, getting put up for Game
Yeah.
of the Year against
Oh,
all these
yeah.
fucking AAA heavy hitters. It's like, it's crazy to see. It's, I think this is like one of the best like years we've had in terms of nominees. Like since I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I know 2020 was a really good year also. So I'll just say the best since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, all very good stuff from there.
I mean, hey, Overwatch won Game of the Year in 2016.
that it did. That, you know, and that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Billy, I just need you to know that you said, quote, end quote, 2020 was a really good year.
For
yeah,
for game-
And I think
for
that's
specific-
absolutely.
I was like, wait, what's that?
2020 was a very good year, specifically for Game of the Year nominees. I'll rescind my
And-
first statement.
And public health.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
famously, nothing else happened in 2020.
Exactly. Nothing happened.
Nothing else.
Nothing
Not-
happened, guys.
I think I got a cold, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
something like
Yeah,
that.
a little cold.
a few
little
times.
cold.
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard this thing about a few people getting this cold. It was nothing.
Hey, something. It's just like the flu.
Yeah, exactly.
These are all jokes, by the way, guys. Just gotta.
No, yeah, we believe
We are
in
all
COVID.
joking.
And anyways, moving on from COVID, that happened like 4 years
Yeah.
ago. That's,
Yeah.
Oh my God, almost 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
God.
Stop.
I
Almost
hate
New
it.
Year.
I hate it.
Side note on that, though, everyone's parents and grandparents have that phrase of, "Oh, when I was your age."
Yeah, dude.
We
We're
have
gonna
the
have everyone
ultimate
be
trump card.
like.
Any complaints? Well, when I was your age, we were stuck indoors for how long?
Yeah.
For half a
exactly.
year.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
we have the ultimate, like, we never lose the worst story competition ever because we
Exactly.
lived through fucking
COVID.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, that was like, not tip of the iceberg, but it was one of many
Many
Yeah.
things.
events that
Yeah.
happened. What was the thing people were saying? We were experiencing like a decade's worth of events in the span of like 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, those fucking history books, dude. They're gonna be
A lot.
wild.
Yeah, they are going to be wild.
It's like, oh yeah, so nothing really for these years. Oh, and then this year and this year, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, there was nothing the last 5 years, so they had to compound it all into the next two.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I have a little game that I want to play with everyone here.
Game.
Oh, I love little games.
I love little game, big game, whatever this may be. It's up to you guys to decide. We will find out. The Lord of the Rings movies are massive. I think
Yes.
I think we can all agree. I know everyone here is a fan of Lord of the Rings. I know even in the studio, I know Sean and Shell are a fan of Lord of the Rings as well.
Woo!
Very, very, very great movies.
Sean's
So,
iPad babying, but I can woo for him too.
Right here.
there he is. All right.
I also can't. Side note: I also can't wait to see the War of Rohirrim.
That too. We need to see that.
Yeah,
we gotta.
true.
We got to figure out a date for that.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
We're seeing it on Sunday, I thought.
Did we say that?
Real life plans on the live podcast.
True,
I thought
yeah.
we were seeing it on Sunday.
We can. I didn't.
Let's see it Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sunday.
All right, anyways.
Sunday. All of you guys. Also, you
Everyone,
can come with us.
everyone
Yeah.
watching,
We'll take
come
the
with
whole
us to
setup.
see it.
But anyways, so I prepared a few quotes that you don't see the characters for, and I need you guys to guess who said the who said the
I
quote.
feel like this is gonna expose me, low key.
Well, there's a few easy ones there, and there's a few hard ones in there. I tried to keep it like as balanced as I could. Who God knows if I actually did, but I have the list of answers on my phone right here, so we're just gonna pull that up, and then you can pull up the first quote whenever.
Quick aside. can it be any character from the Lord of the Rings,
It's
or is
any-
it main characters
No,
from the
it's-
Lord of the Rings?
I
Because you could
technically-
easily pick a one-off character
No,
and have a
they're
line
all,
from
like-
them and be like, yeah, pick
You
that.
all know the character.
Okay,
Like they're all like known
You
characters.
didn't
It's
throw
not-
Because
in- you
that's
didn't-
literally something I would do. Put in like a random line from an orc you see once,
Yeah.
and then
You didn't
figure
throw
it
in
out.
any lines from like Fatty Bulger. Or,
I don't even know who that is. So that's good. All right, first one. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
so are we like buzzing in or like
I mean, just if you just want to shout it out, or if
Say-
you want to.
Galadriel?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dan has one on the board right now. That is all right.
Can't take that one from me. If I bomb the rest of this shit.
But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow, even darkness must pass.
Ooh.
Okay, that one I actually don't know.
I'll give you like 10 seconds for each one.
I don't know. Gandalf. That's my guess.
That's
Sounds. It sounds like a
It's-
Gandalf quote. That's why I'm thinking it
I was gonna
isn't.
say, yeah.
I have no idea.
no guesses. This is Samwise who said this.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's-
When did he say this?
I don't remember. I just found a website with all Lord of the Rings
Oh.
quotes.
Okay.
So
Fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I probably could have looked and put the movies in also. That would have made it a little easier, but whatever. Next time.
Timestamps.
Memory is not what the heart desires. That is only a mirror. A lot of characters, a lot of good quotes in these movies.
There are.
I don't even
Anyone at
watch.
Anyone? No.
home? Anyone at home want to try and guess too?
Watch three men think in real time.
My guess is
Really?
Smeagol,
That is unfortunately not correct.
but imagine if it was.
It
But
very well might have been, and that would have been
Imagine
really
if Smeagol
funny.
had that kind of
Just for
vocabulary.
one line, just drops like bars.
What's her name? Wait.
That's really good, actually. What the fuck?
That is only a mirror.
That's not Aragorn, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
Any
I
guesses?
feel like it's someone saying something to Aragorn.
Might be. Any guesses?
Oh, that
Are you
sounds
sure
very
these
right.
are you sure these are from the movies and not from the books?
I'm pretty sure they're from the movies. I'm like 80% sure.
Because I like don't recognize that.
See, that seems.
They are
familiar,
also
though.
3 movies
might-
that are like a day long if you watch them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
No
That-
one's gonna remember all of the lines.
That is fair.
It might be. I want to say it's like. I want to say it's one of the elves, but I don't know. I want to not guess. I kind of want to know who it is. I don't know.
Dan, George, anything? This was, and I was surprised because I didn't believe this one either at first. This is Gimli who said this.
What?
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
What?
Literally, I had the same reaction looking at the quote. I was
See,
like,
that's what I'm like,
what?
When did he say something this profound?
When did
that-
Gimli
exact-
have that moment?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
what
That's
saying.
why
I
I'm
don't
wondering
know.
if these are from the books.
I'm pretty
'Cause I
sure
feel
they're
like
from
I'd
the
remember
movies.
if he
If
said
they're
that.
from the books, this is my fault, and I'll be leaving the podcast.
let's see what the next one is.
Let him not vow to walk in the dark, who has not seen the nightfall.
Aragorn?
No, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure there are some easy ones later on. I hope.
It's not like Legolas,
Jack's
is it?
films.
Jack's film?
The elf, Jack's films. The one that's Jack's films, who looks
Wait.
like Jack's films.
Elrond?
Yeah, Elrond.
You're right, actually. It is
Yo.
Elrond.
Elrond?
I
wait,
wasn't
hold on.
even bullshitting.
I have to put
Elrond's
Shell on
my
the list
goat.
now. That's,
He does
all right,
look
so
like Jack's film.
point
Elrond's my fucking goat.
We have Dan
I don't
with
know
1
his
point
name,
and
though.
Shell with 1 point. So, right.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not get any of these. Next one.
The board is set. The pieces are moving. We come to it at last. The great battle of our time.
Oh fuck! This one I do recognize.
This is a big one. I remember hearing this one in the movies.
Is this Gandalf?
You're correct. Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
All right. So we got Dan with 2 points and Shell
I
with
was gonna
one.
say he says it when they're on top of the.
I think it's right
by
after
the
they,
tree.
Minas Tirith.
after they light the
but he's
beacons, I
looking
think.
down right as they light the
Yeah.
beacons.
All right. Quote number 6. Don't worry about the number. That was just from the website.
Listen, there is a 6 in there.
Yeah, this is actually the 56th one, guys. I can avoid being seen if I wish, but to disappear entirely, that is a rare gift.
This is Aragorn.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Again.
Wow.
In
Dan, you
the-
thought you were going to get exposed for this?
It's in the Prancing Pony when he
Yeah.
accidentally puts the ring on.
Oh.
Dan, have you seen your living room? What do you mean you thought you were gonna get exposed?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Dan has all like Lord of the Rings like statues and shit around his.
All of the
on his,
Lord
like,
of
Well,
the
in all
fireplace.
fairness, that all that shit was there long before I ever got
Yeah,
this
that's
into
true.
Lord of the Rings.
It's-
Okay.
you'll find more cheer in a graveyard.
Oh, who says this? Oh my god.
We're getting one. See, we're getting to the easier ones now.
I know what this one is, but I kind of want to see if he knows it.
No, that's so
Yeah.
mean. This I think Gimli says this, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to look for a second to confirm, but
When was this?
I forgot what they were.
They were in the oh my god.
Were they in the?
underground?
They were in Moria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
probably.
Yes.
the old world will burn in the fires of industry. The forest will fall. A new order will rise.
Oh,
Oh, Treebeard.
No, unfortunately,
is this Saruman?
yes, that's
Oh.
correct.
Close enough.
Also, a fire fucking quote.
Yeah, that shit
that
goes
is-
hard.
That's a crazy.
old
quote.
world will burn in the fires of industry.
I believe we had.
forest will fall. A new order will rise.
That's really good.
I'm
not-
the
not even-
biggest fan
God,
of Dan's Lord of the Ring character.
Yeah, they're all
impressions.
really good. We got two left.
Do you know how the orcs first came into being?
Also, I'm pretty sure Dan just wins by default, but we can keep going. You cannot
Yeah.
hide, I see you. There is no life after me, only death.
Isn't this the eye?
Of.
The eye of Sauron.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just had Sauron written down, but yeah.
What other eye is there?
I needed to say the name. That was all I needed.
What is the
What
eye of
other
Sauron?
eye?
It is a strange fate that we should suffer so much fear and doubt over so small a thing, such a little thing.
Give me Smeagol.
I'm sorry, that's not right.
Boromir.
Damn, Dan, you're fucking Dan cleaning house with this one.
What a
All right.
nerd.
So we have we have George with 0, unfortunately. We have Jack with 1. Yeah. Shell with 1 and Dan with 6. So we know who's seen the movies the most times.
Yeah, I literally seen it like twice each. I can't.
I guess that means we have to watch all of them again.
Yeah. That'll be the
I've
first
seen-
special on
Yeah,
our
I've
YouTube
seen
channel.
all of the movies, like, in my entirety of my, like, 22 years on Earth.
I think the last
I got
one's-
one.
I've only seen them like I think the only because the first time I watched them was when we
Was with
watched them
us.
I was
last
gonna say,
year.
that's the
Yeah.
last time I saw it was when we watched it together.
That was like I think like a year and a half ago.
Shit, yeah, you're
God.
right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
George, I saw this on your paper before, and I have to ask, what the fuck is foxhole? Dude,
What?
I,
What?
I have
is
to ask,
that?
dude.
So I got into a new game recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally just called
Okay.
Foxhole.
Fox. Okay.
What it is, because it's a weird game. It's not for everyone. It's a top-down war MMO that is a war can last anywhere from 2 weeks to almost 2 months was the longest.
Like in real time?
Real time. Damn. The month took it never the server doesn't go
That's-
down. It's always it's perpetual.
That's a George game.
There are literally clans with hundreds of members who just do logistics because every gun, every bullet, every tank, every bandage has to be made by a person. They have to go out and collect the resources, refine the resources, make the stuff, and ship it to the front lines. Yeah.
I always tell you whenever you like because for those of you who don't know, George has a new game like this every week. Like they make them in factories for him. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, where the fuck does he find this shit?
I cannot stand games like this where you have to keep track of every little thing about your character. You have to keep track of all your like resources, all your like weight.
You don't. That's the thing with this. It's everyone playing the game, someone's doing it. You don't have to be the guy doing the logistics. You could just be collecting a gun, some bullets, and running to the front and just shooting at other soldiers. Every time you die, you lose that stuff, obviously, and then the other people have to go make it. But you don't have to be the one doing that. In fact, usually the way the game splits so that your team can actually win is people dedicate all their time to making, and then someone else dedicates their time to transporting, and then other people will just do the fighting.
Yeah.
And I mean, quick example. Yesterday I played like 6 hours, and the entire time, me and 100 other guys were just defending one town.
Is there
One
like
town.
proximity chat? Like, can you
Yes.
all hear each other?
Yes,
That's
that's
sick.
the point. It's you have to really
You hear
use
like 30
proximity.
other guys breathing into their mic. You hear like 5 fire alarms going off.
It's push to talk, so that's not
Okay,
nearly as
yeah.
bad. But you get a lot of funny, like you
Yeah, I'm
shoot someone and he'll start screaming.
That shit is so funny. Those clips of like where people will like start like screaming bloody murder when they're getting killed in game. Like it's
Oh,
like
that shit.
Literally happened. I got
Yeah.
shot at one point, and some guy who was just in a tank on our side saw it and started screaming, "Medic!"
that shit is so funny. It's like
Why is it called Foxhole?
Because it's very reminiscent of like World War One, World War II trench warfare.
Okay.
So you're in a foxhole is the term for you dig a pit so that when you're getting bombed, you have somewhere to not get hit by shrapnel.
Oh.
That's yeah.
Oh, that's what that's called?
Yeah, foxholes are, if you've ever seen like any war movie, it's not the trench, but they have a small little pit that they hide in while getting bombed, so you don't get hit by the shrapnel going horizontally. That's a foxhole.
Oh.
you bringing up war made me think of something that like I've always seen on the internet like forever, and I always people say, "Oh, it's real. Oh, it's not." I don't fucking know. Do you guys know about like the idea of like in fucking like World War One or like even before, maybe a war before that or whatever, like during this time around like Christmas time, both sides of the army would like
World War
stop fight. World War One. World War One. They'd stop fighting and like just like have tea and shit and like play
Oh,
soccer.
Christmas-
Like
yeah.
they'd have
There
like
was- it was the
like,
Christmas
tea-
truce.
I was about
Christmas
to say it's because like
ceasefire, yeah.
I hear about this all the time, and I always hear people say, "Oh, this actually happened," or "Oh, this is just completely false. This is just like a non idea."
I forget the exact date, but there was during World War One, there was that one Christmas where both sides just kind of
like-
they went into no man's land. They were just screwing around with each other, not doing it like anything regarding the war because Christmas. And-
Yeah.
But it did happen that one time. I don't think
Okay.
it's happened since, which is why it's just called the Christmas truce of blah blah blah.
I was about to say, I trust you for shit like this. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask anybody, it's you. So now I'm happy now. I'm at
About any
peace.
kind of history or war.
Yeah. Or game where you have to make 1,000,000 bullets and then die instantly. I mean, guys, there are just so many. I'm sorry, I have to circle back to this. You play so many of these games. I don't get it. I don't get how you do it. Like, it's like
I don't either. Honestly, I go from work to a game that is work. I don't know why. I just have a lot
Just a
of fun.
workaholic, I guess.
Games are fun.
I turned into a fucking fire demon in Final Fantasy before I came here, and you're making bullets and you're dying on the front line, dude. Like, what's going on?
I haven't been making the bullets. It's a very large process and very complex, and there is no tutorial. That's the one good thing about the game, though. 90% of the players are very good people, and if you ask, just generally in a group of people, oh, can someone help me with this or explain this? Someone or multiple people will be like, oh yeah, I'll help you.
That's good. Yeah,
It's a very like
that's good when a game has a good like community like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you could tell that community is super like tight knit and like because obviously I've never heard of the game beforehand,
Right.
so
Whereas
obviously
if
they
you-
keep to
There's
themselves.
propaganda because there's you pick
What?
because when you join the game you have to pick a side. There's the Colonials and the Ward. There's just the two teams.
Yeah.
There's no
Right.
like America versus Germany. They
Okay,
have their
I was
own
about to
hit-
ask. This isn't based
No.
off like a real war or anything. This is just
the visuals. Like the Colonials look similarly to World War II American, and the Ward look similar to World War I French with
Okay.
the blue helmet, like the blue uniforms, with the iron helmets.
yeah. Okay.
There is no like, like our world version of it. It's their own little world. So
right. That
there
makes
is
sense.
no these are the bad guys and these are the good guys. It's kind of vague as
Yeah,
to
it's just you pick whichever
Yeah.
one you want to join.
and in the vast story, which there really isn't a ton because they don't want to bias anyone on picking a side, it's very unknown who shot the first shot kind of a thing. So
Okay,
you pick a team and then that's just your team for the rest of the war.
that makes sense. Dan, I thought you were sound like you were saying something before.
Well, just before when I was gonna say that, like when you were saying like the people in the game are good people, so if you ask for advice or help, they'll tell you. I was gonna say whereas in a game like TF2, if you did that, you get like
You get immediately
you
doxxed.
get like
Yeah.
all the slur and like doxed and
Your printer gets
like
hacked.
swatted and yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of communities, both good and bad, do you guys want your comments?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Oh, sure. Of
completely
course.
forgot to ask for that.
Comments,
Thank you.
Love it.
comments.
I love our comments.
How much time are we at? Can't tell.
Yeah.
40 minutes.
Okay, all right.
I'm scared.
Our very first comment was Eric placing a bet, as he does.
I hope you fucking lose. I hope you lose all your money and you die. I'm just
He
kidding.
has $20. Says Billy's paper is going to blow away at some point.
It already
tonight.
did before the thing started. So
It did.
It already did.
But technically, it doesn't count because we weren't live. So,
True. Actually,
Eric,
no, it
your
didn't.
odds are
Eric.
pretty low.
Yeah. No,
That's
holding
it's
on.
not looking. It's not looking too good. You've explained betting to me a lot, and I was gonna try to make like a quick, witty like betting comment about how your odds are low. I don't listen to when you explain betting to me. I'm sorry. I love
your
you.
odds are
Anyways.
extremely low right now. That's what I
Yeah,
can say.
Like
Yeah.
on the floor. And Vinny wrote us a haiku about shrimp, so I need everyone to
Oh.
snap
Ooh.
after. I don't want any clapping.
All right.
I love shrimp. It's good. When at Red Lobster, I eat. Please, just please, lobster.
Truly a visionary.
That was beautiful.
He really he just brings something
can't
to the
snap.
table that no one else has. Can you not snap?
Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
Hey, you got a little.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sometimes I can. Sometimes.
It's a 50-50 shot if Billy can snap. Jack, we got a Holly comment saying, big fan of the art.
Oh, thank you.
I'm also
Yes,
a big
very-
fan of the art, but I
Hi,
told
Holly.
you that this
Hello.
morning.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Nick surprised me because he said he was at work tonight, and he wouldn't be able to listen to the episode, but he said
Damn.
good evening. And a little tie back to earlier.
Tiebacks.
Tiebacks.
I did. My hair.
What? Are you having a side conversation on the podcast? Are you having
You
a
good?
fucking aside on the podcast?
I did.
He tied back his hair.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yo.
You're done.
Get out.
Guys, please sponsor us. Please. We need it.
Who?
Everyone.
Everyone watching right now.
We're working on it. He then said 330 racks, which is about the time that we brought 330 racks into our art studio.
Light work.
Exactly. And it reminds me of all the times I was violently drunk in the school that I paid so much money for, talking to world-renowned professors, like rocked off my fucking ass.
That's sick. That is so cool.
I miss school. Anyways, then we had an emoji war in the comments because we discovered YouTube emojis.
Oh, no.
And for our audio
emojis?
only, for actually everyone listening, because these are only up for the live show, Andrew discovered the blue, shocked face emoji. You guys can all see it. Everyone make the face.
I can barely see it.
It's...
I can't
Oh my God, no way.
Oh, no!
It didn't fall off the table. It didn't fall off the
It
table.
didn't fall off the
It's
table.
fair.
It's like,
Eric,
He
your
just said
bet's still...
He just said it would blow away.
Did he? No.
Wait, I think he did.
Do we count that as
shit.
blowing
Run it back,
away?
everyone.
oh no.
He did say
Unfortunate.
blow away. I don't even know if he's watching anymore.
Oh, Billy.
But-
oh.
Oh no, man.
Look what you did, Eric.
Oh, no.
No!
Just rubbing a salt in the wound.
Oh no.
This is
There
what
was
happens.
definitely-
Let's just keep going with the.
There was definitely a transformation of position
Just keep going with the comments. Just keep going.
on the y-axis.
going down.
Hey, everyone.
Holly
Hey.
threw out the pink dinosaur that's screaming if everyone wants to. Thank you. Beautiful. Jill found the nail biting one, and I think that one is really good. I found the dab one, and that was really funny to me. And then we just went to
I'm not
regular
doing that one.
emojis. We, as the salesmen, have been big fans of the clamp emoji recently
True. That's a big
Oh,
one.
I
for
fuck with
some
clamps. I fuck with
ungodly
the clamp
reason.
emoji.
I had to scroll through the list because I didn't know what to search for it. So I had to scroll through all the fucking object emojis until I could find it. It was-
That's funny.
Tie back to when you guys were talking about parking tickets. Eric said, "Billy, George, the ticket we got at Nutty's, I paid online."
Wait, we did. Well,
Wait.
yeah,
I love being an
true.
adult, I
Well,
guess.
because
You got a ticket at Nutty's? Parking ticket?
because he parked in a spot that you had to pay for, and he just didn't. He just
Oh.
didn't pay the meter. It wasn't like a. I guess.
It was
a
right
ticket.
after they installed the meters, so we didn't
Installed
really
meters?
realize. Well, it's not really meters. It's each spot is numbered in the lots, and you have to go to specific kiosks, enter your number, and get.
Oh.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Nutty's is a local bar we go to. I figure I need to say that before.
Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah, no
know.
one's gonna know what Nutty's is.
The
and
Nutty
Nick
Irishman.
Yeah, the Nutty Irishman. Nick followed up with got a parking ticket in Albany last weekend, paid it online the day of. Guys, why are we adults now?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
gross. The only parking ticket that I've received was for Eric's car on my campus, and I have it hanging up in my room. And I called public safety and
That
said,
is
"Wow, wow,
hilarious.
please, I really don't want to pay this parking ticket. Wah, wah." And then he said, "You don't have to pay it."
That's
So
really funny.
that's
You
what
have it
the-
hanging
that,
up
like-
in your room.
Yeah, I'm like that level of adult. You guys are paying your parking tickets. That's crazy.
I went to court over a ticket today.
That's insane. Picturing you in court is like picturing any
Oh.
of you in court.
Oh,
Oh,
my
god.
You want to know something else? Something I completely forgot to mention. Not to interrupt the comments. We're gonna keep going.
I
with
would
this.
love to know something else.
I was the only person, one of the only people in that entire place who was who dressed for court. I felt like a fucking.
What were you wearing? What was?
Well, I mean, I didn't wear like a fucking suit and tie or
Yeah,
anything, but I wore these pants, which are just like
like
brown,
like suit pants,
brown
dress
khakis,
pants.
brown khakis,
Okay.
with a black long sleeve button down,
Okay, so
Okay,
you look like
okay.
Steve Jobs, pretty much.
basically. And I tied my hair back,
Tie back.
but like
Yeah.
I had a tie back.
I thought of this question
But
before.
like, I felt like a doof in there because literally everybody else in there was just wearing their street clothes.
I thought of this
Yeah.
question before when you brought up the judge. What was he dressed like? Was he like dressed in like regular
He
clothes?
looked
also,
like
or-
a judge.
Okay.
He was
Did he have the
wearing,
cloak?
Old white dude.
Yeah, did he have the robe?
I think he did. I think he did.
Okay, I was I didn't because you mentioned the wigs, and I was like, I wonder if he was like
Oh.
fully dressed up as a judge, or if he was just like
No.
wearing regular clothes.
No, but it was an old white man. So I mean,
Okay.
that's basically what a judge looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's Judge Judy.
In that case, it's an old,
It's an
white,
old white
woman.
woman. Yeah.
All right.
I love court and judges. I got summoned for jury duty like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get called. But if I were to get called, I definitely wouldn't have like made it through the application process or whatever. I would have just like hit my vape in front of them and went. "Bleh."
I know everything about this case. I know everything. I
This
know
man
what
deserves
happened.
capital punishment.
Exactly. But I just want one day to see a judge in a robe. Hopefully, dear God, under good
I
circumstances.
was about to say, yeah.
But I just want to see a real life judge in a real life robe with a real life gavel doing real life judge things. I want
Oh
him
yeah,
to
he
hit
did
the
not
thing.
have a gavel.
That's so
That is one thing
Damn.
that disappointed
Oh my
me.
God.
He
That's
did not
messed
have a
up.
gavel.
So what did he even do?
He literally just said
He actually just punched
he,
his table.
he literally he dismissed everybody basically by saying, "Go to the cashier, stay safe, have a happy holiday."
They have a cashier in court.
Yes.
Well, it's the
I'm
people
learning so many things
where you
today,
pay
guys.
the tickets. It's that they have on the side of the waiting room. There's like another set of windows where you go for information and payments.
yeah.
How else are we doing on those comments?
Yeah.
Any
Oh yeah,
new-
we also have more comments. Billy's the only one that can see me, and Billy, I apologize to you personally
I mean,
if
hey,
you've
that
seen me
was-
just jamming the fuck out this entire time.
I mean,
Because
No, I
we
did see
got
that
loud ass
earlier.
music.
I saw you
going on
earlier.
next
You
to
were
us.
doing
perfect.
Thankfully, you guys can't hear it, but we have loud ass music playing next to us.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
if you
can't
guys
hear
want to
shit.
know the dance studio's next to us, they're
They have,
rehearsing
they have
Beetlejuice
Led Zeppelin
songs.
playing, and
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
They're rehearsing that beautiful sound from Beetlejuice the musical, and I'm loving it. I love Beetlejuice the musical. Anyways, during your game talk, Vinny said Astrobot sweep.
true.
Jill said Baldur's Gate 3 peak.
True.
I've only
Yes.
heard good
Yes.
things about it. My
It's-
advisor and
it's
my
good.
best friend really, really loved it.
Your advisor and your best friend are sick.
Yep, they are
Yeah.
sick.
There's-
I don't know if they
They
listen
have
to
the
this
flu.
podcast at all.
If they are, if you guys are, you're sick.
I hope he doesn't have the flu. Vinny, after talking about it all day in chat, said Final Fantasy V Rebirth. 7. I don't know my Roman numerals.
What?
I'm learning.
Final Fantasy V.
5-7 rebirth.
5-7 Rebirth. 5 through 7.
Also, to be completely fair, he only said it one time. To be completely fair to the
He
kid.
sent like 3 texts.
Did he? I
about
only
it.
saw
He
one.
did.
Oh,
What?
Hey.
For Roman numerals, if the smaller numbers are to the left, you subtract. If they're to the right, you add.
How do
What
you
if I
know
told
that?
you I don't know how to add or
Okay,
subtract?
George. I know how to read Roman numerals. I don't know what that means.
I know what it
I know
means.
what you mean. I
Like
know what you
4
mean.
is IV. You
Yeah.
subtract
Yes.
the 1 from the 5.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And if it's 6, you go VI.
VI,
It's
yeah.
5 plus
5
1.
plus 1.
It's-
Holy shit, I
Yeah, that's
never
how
knew
they
that.
work it.
I know, and that makes sense because I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 right now, which is XVI, which is 10 plus 5 plus. Oh my god, guys!
And we learned about Roman numerals on a podcast.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go, guys. Some knowledge.
Learn something new every day. Wow.
What's crazy is I remember the exact day in my 4th grade history class. I remember sitting there. I can see myself sitting there learning about Roman numerals, and all I can remember is spinning my pen in such a way that I would like catch it. I fucked up. I tried to do it. But in your elementary schools, did you guys like? Yeah. George is doing it right now. I knew you would be that kid, George.
Oh,
I knew
like
you would be
all
that
the
kid.
I could never
fingers.
learn how to do that.
Oh,
I
yes
always,
and no.
I always
No, I
fucked
know
it
how
up
to do
every
that.
time.
It's that. That was my favorite. And like drumming with the pen, like doing a little beat with the
Yeah.
pen. Yeah, that was
You know,
that was my shit. That's all I learned in
my
elementary.
10th grade social studies class, the kid who sat next to me had a butterfly pen that I was so jealous of.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
the like the
Basically
yeah.
a butterfly
Yeah.
knife, but it's a pen.
Pen.
I wanted one so bad. He was do all these kinds of tricks with it,
Yeah.
and
The kind of on the same like kind of in the same wheelhouse. That reminds me. Did you guys know how to draw the cool S?
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes,
never
I
learned.
did.
I,
Yes.
I never learned how to do it. I was
either-
fucking lame apparently.
Wait, Billy,
I-
pick up a pen. Pick up that pen in front of you right now. I'm
Alright.
going to teach you.
Okay.
Draw 3 lines, like in a line.
Small dashes.
Wait, like
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
under that, just copy that. Same
Same
3
thing.
lines.
Same thing.
okay.
And then, hold on, I have to do it myself.
I was gonna say, Shell. Do you do the above and below?
Guys, this is huge.
Yeah.
I think I could take over.
You're far.
One above.
So he's
the-
learning.
Yeah.
Connect
Not yet.
the okay.
Not yet.
You could do another.
The
dash
first far
above.
left line to the middle bottom line.
The first
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bottom left line up to the line you just drew.
Like
Yep. Wait, guys. Wait.
No.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
What?
No.
Well,
yes.
actually, yes, you could do that too.
I don't do it that way.
I'm stopping this, actually. What am I doing? what
well,
are we doing?
Next
Billy, I'll
week-
teach you after.
Next week, I'll draw a perfect one for all of you.
Next
Yeah.
week, Billy is going to
Exactly.
come in with it on his forehead.
I'm gonna draw this nonstop.
He's gonna get it tattooed on his forehead.
Food.
I hope everyone at home is making that S.
There you go, Billy.
Andrew just yelled in chat, "What are we doing?" And that's why I'm turning it around.
Let's-
I hope
back to
everyone's
our-
drawing that.
George just did it first fucking try, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Let's just see going with the comments.
Yeah. So
Keep
yeah.
going with the comments.
Nick
guys.
said he's taking pictures of weed. That's
Yo,
work right now.
nice.
Just the usual.
Sponsored
Nick
by
Gilio
weed.
shout out.
Always.
Eric got really happy that his bet hit. He said, "Bang!" Blew it
Nope.
away.
By the way, nobody's paying you out because I know I'm not. And I don't think anybody else is. So
We also
Yeah.
don't have the funds.
you have $20
to
of
pay
Monopoly money to use for
We don't
whatever
have
you
the
see fit.
mains.
And then
Mines.
Ray started playing Outro in the
Yo,
live chat.
peek.
So he said, "Billy, should I go for a straight or a flush?"
Whatever multiplier is higher because it can honestly go either way.
Yeah. And he said I have 5 diamonds. I don't know how to play Outro, so fun
Just
fact.
whatever hand is higher level, go for that.
Exactly. I just learned how to play poker like last week. I'm
Same.
I'm small.
I'm small.
I'm small and don't know. And then Holly said Monopoly mention. I love Monopoly.
True.
We
Yes,
only mentioned
Monopoly.
Monopoly money, but I love
Good
that.
girl. Monopoly, dude. And actually, it's funny that she's in the chat right now. We were playing Fortnite Monopoly the other day.
Wait, what? That's
There's a game mode in
thing?
Fortnite where it's just like Monopoly, and you're in like a big ass like room and shit. It's honestly it's
Dead.
kind of fun. It's actually really fun.
we're gonna play that for my birthday.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
But with 2 minutes left, I end our comments. We have no more.
No more comments.
No one was interesting today except every other comment before that I mentioned.
The haiku was very fun. I like the haiku.
I like
The haiku is
Yeah.
excellent. My comment is that I got a fortune cookie, and my fortune is take chances. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So that's me on
Okay.
that.
Last time I had a fortune cookie, I accidentally ate the paper with it. So,
How did you?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
so that's gonna be our show tonight, guys. We're really so proud. We're really so happy to have all you here.
Ending on that.
I don't even know how it happened. I honestly don't even know. Anybody else? Anybody else want to?
I'm just so stunned. Like, how does that happen?
I am too. Just listen. I've seen some stuff, but damn.
Billy, was this like last week?
No, this was like a year ago.
It's so recent.
This was a rough point. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We are so thankful for all of you. Of course, thank you to Bobby Lucera and Strong Island TV for putting this all together. Thank you for Shell for running everything. Because if Shell was not here, we would be doing something else. I don't know.
You would also not be here.
True. Yeah.
And also, by the way, Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That's
coming out.
It's
Happy
just now occurring to
Hanukkah.
me.
Our
Merry
next
Christmas.
episode will be after
happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah, of course. Happy holiday.
And don't forget Kwanzaa.
Yes, of course.
Kwanzaa.
It just
Hanukkah
occurred
is
to
the
me-
first is Christmas Day. First night of Hanukkah is Christmas
I was about to say,
Day.
doesn't
Oh,
it?
it is.
we all
falls
get
on
to
Christmas
celebrate
this
together.
year.
All right.
I like Hanukkah. No one else seemed excited about that. Damn.
I mean, It's,
Well, yeah, happy Hanukkah too.
Yeah.
Of course, it's always included. Everything's
Of course,
included.
everything's
Happy
included.
holidays.
Happy holidays is what we should be saying.
Merry
Exactly.
Christmas, happy holidays. Everybody fucking do their thing. Everybody celebrate what they celebrate.
Just,
Yep.
And don't take any shit from nobody.
Drink plenty of
Yep.
eggnog.
Yes.
Get crunk. You know what I mean?
all right. We will see you all next week. Goodbye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone who
Thank you,
watched. I
everyone.
give you all little kisses.
Have a great night.
I love you all so much.
Night night.
Night.